Are you done?
I really quick just wanted to talk about a subject that's honestly pretty close to my heart. I'm not too sure how to start this video, so I'm just gonna start it and start talking. You're coming back. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. I'm not too sure how to start this video, so I'm just gonna start talking and hope that it just comes to me. But hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Ella, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to not be afraid anymore. Now, if you came to this video looking for like a cut and dry, simple answer, how to not be afraid anymore, how to stop being scared, click off. You're on the wrong video. You're not going to find that here. You're not going to find that anywhere, because trust me, I've tried every quick solution to not be afraid anymore. It's not sustainable. It doesn't work. It's just me being mean to myself, bullying myself, pushing down my feelings. It's not me actually working through my fears. And by being mean to myself, I mean anxiety and fear and that flight or fight like feeling that you get is your brain and your nervous system trying to keep you safe when it senses a perceived threat or danger. And so some people's are a little more heightened. So my brain sees one thing and it's like, danger, 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 you're gonna die. Like, I'm afraid, I'm anxious, even if it's not something to be afraid over, or if it's something that's not going to kill me. Like, can I say that on here? Like, my brain definitely likes to over dramatize. It likes to make things seem scarier than it is. And so through learning more about fear itself and myself and my brain, I learned that bullying myself, talking down to myself, yelling at myself for being afraid, for my brain trying to protect me from what it thought was danger, I was making it worse for myself. I wasn't helping myself. I was lowering myself down in my vibration. And so the thing that I found, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, but neither is growing. And that is being afraid and doing it anyway. That is one of the only things that I have found to get through and work through fear and to conquer fear and to not be afraid anymore, is to do it afraid. Even if you're afraid, do it anyway. Even if no one knows you're afraid. Even if you're freaking out on the inside. Even if you look cool as a cucumber on the outside, you can be freaking out and be terrified on the inside. You can be freaking out and be terrified on the outside too. The fact that you are still doing it and facing your fears is monumental. Like, that is one of the biggest forms of self-care that you can do for yourself. Oh my god, there's people right there. I feel like they're watching me through my window. There's kids getting off the bus. But the only way to get through fear is to work through it. And working through your fears is one of the biggest blessings and like gifts that you can give to yourself. And also like a form of self-care. Like, especially those irrational fears. Teaching yourself that it's okay and it's safe and it doesn't have to be on guard and afraid all the time is healing. And so being able to show yourself what is an actual threat and what it actually should be afraid of and what is just perceived threats and fears is important. So being able to work through those fears are very, very important. I spent so much of my life being afraid of everything. Anything that my brain perceived as a threat, I didn't do, or I was too afraid to do, or I panicked about. And once I started doing it anyway, doing it afraid and seeing that I survived and I made it through, and that sense of like achievement and pride in myself made the fear go out the window. I didn't care about that fear anymore. I was like, I can do anything. And the more that you do that, the more that fear is gonna stop coming to the surface, the more it's gonna stop being that main emotion that comes up. It's gonna start, instead of being this big monster, you know, this big fear monster, it's gonna be this little tiny shrimp of fear, this little shrimp. And you're gonna be able to tell it, no, I'm not afraid. Like, you don't need to be here. And also same for your brain. Like, I also found that being kind to myself was one of the biggest things. Being kind and compassionate and patient with yourself. Because so many people aren't. So many people push themselves, like abuse themselves because they can't do something or because their body is resisting something. And most of the time there's a reason it's resisting that. It might not feel safe to feel the fear. It might not feel safe to be in different situations. And so you have to show your body and your nervous system and your brain that it is safe, that you are safe in your body, that, you know, you are going to protect yourself and that your brain does not need to be flashing alarm bells and that it's going to be okay. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like that was something important to share because that was one of the biggest lessons that I've learned that have helped me so much to face my fears and grow in life. And it has been so beneficial and eye-opening and transformative. I feel like I know myself better. I've had so many like wonderful experiences. I can stand up for myself now. My brain is no longer, well, sometimes it still, you know, perceives, you know, it perceives things that are not threats as threats, and I have to kind of mother myself. And that's the other thing. Mothering yourself can be very, 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 very beneficial. Even just talking kindly to yourself. You know, if you're freaking out, if you're anxious, instead of being like, why am I thinking like this? I hate my brain. I hate myself, blah, 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 blah. Be like, I know that I'm afraid. Maybe if you don't know why you're freaking out and why you're afraid, you know, you can acknowledge that. But just try to tell yourself, like, I'm safe. You know, give yourself a hug. I'm safe. I don't need to be freaking out right now. I don't need to be afraid. I don't need to be in flight or fight. My nervous system does not need to be off the rails right now. I am okay. But yeah, I know you probably came here looking for a cut and dry answer to stop being afraid, but it's a process like anything else, like any other self-transformation, self-growth. It is a journey. It takes time. It's not overnight. It's not within seconds. It takes time for your body to build those habits and to feel safe. But yeah, if you watched all of this, I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll try to post more stuff like this in the future. I'm actually about to record a tarot video, another tarot video, and that's another reason why I wanted to post this, is because posting tarot on YouTube is very scary for me. But I'm trying to face those fears and show myself that it's okay. And it's something that I'm passionate about, and so not everyone's gonna like it, and that's okay. And so even if it's scary, I'm gonna do it anyway because it's something I care about, that I'm passionate about, that makes me happy. So it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. And I feel like that's another, like, I don't know. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. You don't need to be worrying about what everyone else is doing, because that also is just too much for your brain sometimes. It's too much. Just be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.